Hello everyone. Today, we're diving into a fascinating but slightly unsettling topic. Is our modern civilization, with all its comforts and technology, on the brink of collapse? In 1972, MIT researchers published a report called The Limits to Growth, predicting a possible societal collapse by 2040. And guess what? A recent KPMG study suggests we're ahead of schedule. So, what does this mean for us? Let's dive in. For the past 10,000 years, human civilizations have risen, thrived, and vanished. Think of the Roman Empire, which took 300 years to collapse, or Pompeii, wiped out in hours by Mount Vesuvius. Historians often point to four main causes: political issues, social problems, environmental challenges, and economic troubles. Every civilization that's now just a page in a history book fell due to a mix of these factors. But we live in a unique time. Our civilization is incredibly advanced. Got a smartphone, internet? You have access to knowledge that kings of the past couldn't even dream of. Air conditioning, global travel, abundant food, instant communication. These are things we take for granted. Yet, despite all this, there's a risk. Let's compare our global economy to a jet engine. It's fast, powerful, but insanely complex. One tiny flaw, and the whole thing could shut down. A donkey, on the other hand, is slow but sturdy. Our society relies on interconnected systems: food, energy, technology. If one part fails, everything could unravel. Think about it. How long could you survive without a grocery store or food delivery? Most of us don't know how to live without these conveniences. And that's where the MIT report comes in. In 1972, MIT researchers created a groundbreaking computer model called World 3. Back then, computers had barely more power than a modern calculator. This model simulated the global economy, factoring in hundreds of variables, but focusing on five key ones: population, industrial output, food production, available resources, and pollution. World 3 showed how these factors interact. For example, a larger population consumes more resources but can also drive more innovation. These are called feedback loops. Picture a microphone picking up sound from a speaker and amplifying it until it's unbearable. In economies, it's similar. Declining birth rates can stress younger workers, who then have fewer kids, and the cycle continues. The researchers tested multiple scenarios by tweaking variables like innovation, birth rates, or recycling. Here are the three main ones. First, advanced technology scenario. We keep living as we do now, but technology advances quickly. Pollution and food shortages are issues, but innovations like lab-grown food save the day. The population plateaus around 2040, not from starvation, but because people in wealthier countries have fewer kids. Not perfect, but not a disaster. Second, stabilized world scenario. We voluntarily slow industrial output and invest heavily in renewables and recycling. This reduces pollution and preserves resources. It's the most optimistic scenario, but it requires action now. Third, business as usual 2 scenario. This is where it gets grim. We keep going without change. Pollution skyrockets, resources dwindle, and food production collapses. The result? Famines in poorer countries, declining birth rates in richer ones, and economic collapse. This scenario predicts a true catastrophe. In 2021, KPMG analyst Gaia Harrington compared the 1972 predictions to current data. Bad news: we're closely following the business as usual 2 scenario, the one leading to collapse. Pollution is rising, recycling is lagging, and resources are depleting faster than expected. We're ahead of the 2040 timeline, And that's worrying. But it's not all doom and gloom. Some critics argue the report underestimates human innovation. When our backs are against the wall, we find solutions. We're already seeing progress. Renewable energy is booming, and waste management is improving. But we need to act fast, especially on issues like pollution and overconsumption. So, what do we do? This report isn't a death sentence, it's a warning. We have the tools to change course: technology, global cooperation, and our own creativity. Read the report, get informed, and take action at your level. Whether it's recycling, supporting sustainable initiatives, or spreading the word. Together, we can shape a better future. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content like this, and let me know in the comments what you think.